Welcome back, my friends. Today we're going to create another brush stroke design. It's kind of like a travel poster and features the Colosseum in Italy. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by searching for a brush stroke. I'm going to go to Elements. I'll go into my recently used and I'm going to place this brush stroke on my workspace. I'm going to rotate it like this. And just making sure that it is 90 degrees like that. And I'm just going to make that a little bit larger. Like that. I'll just duplicate that and move that over a little bit. Like that. And maybe I'll make one more copy. Just to kind of make sure that there is enough room there. Now I'm going to take the brush stroke and I'm actually going to make it white. So I'm going to click the color chooser. I'll make it white. And if you don't have the color chooser, then your option is to use duotone, the custom feature, and change the highlights and shadows to white. I'm now going to place a rectangle on my workspace. You can either go back to Elements and just place a rectangle on your workspace, or you can press the letter R to place a rectangle on your workspace. I'm going to change the color of the rectangle to black, and I'm going to resize this. I'm going to try and eyeball it at first. I'll grab it, go to Position and Layers, and I'm going to move that rectangle in behind all three brush strokes like that. I'm now going to place a line on my workspace. And again, you can just click the line shape, or you can press L and that will place a line on your workspace. I'm going to grab that. And what I'm going to try and do is create 4 quadrants. So I'm going to take that and just stretch it out. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker by going into lines and changing the stroke width. And once you're happy with that, what you can do is just make a duplicate and move it over, and another duplicate to make another quadrant. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to download this page. So I'll select download PNG and I'll click the download button to download that to my files. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to add a new page and I'm going to bring that photo or image back onto my workspace. Now, before we move on, I just want to ask a favor, please, that if you learned anything in this tutorial, press that like button, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. All right. Now, before you go, I do want to let you know that I do have some custom-made brushstrokes. These are unique. You will not find them in Canva. So these are individual brush stroke frames. And this is a 4-in-1 drag and drop frame, meaning you can just grab any image and place it right inside all 4 frames, and it will be a continuous image right across that frame. You'll find these in my shop, and I will leave the link to these products in the pinned comment. So if you are interested, you can find them on my shop. All right, okay, let's get back to business. So now that I have that image back in my workspace, I'm going to go to Background Remover, and I'm going to remove the background. That should make these white brush strokes transparent, creating an overlay so that we can see behind that overlay. If we go back into BG Remover, we can just make sure that that's exactly what happened, and it has. So this is perfect. We're just going to go back. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to rotate this like this, and I'm just going to make that a little bit larger. And we're now going to search for a Colosseum. I have one already in my recently used. So I'm just gonna click one and just place it back on my workspace. Here it is right here. I'm gonna take this and I'm going to remove the background and I'm gonna position it right behind that overlay like that. I'm gonna move this over slightly and I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger like that. I'm now going to go back into my elements and I'm going to place a watercolor image behind the Colosseum. So I want a blue watercolor background, and we can either go into graphics or photos, it doesn't matter. And I'll place this one on my workspace. I'm just going to make it a little bit larger. And I'm going to go to position and layers and I'm going to put that right behind the Colosseum like that. I'm now going to grab the Colosseum and I'm going to make a duplicate of it. And I'm just going to keep it here right on the side, but I'm going to take that overlay and I'm going to change the color to white. So I'm going to, with that overlay selected, you see I've got it selected, I'm going to press edit. And I'm going to go into duotone because I don't have the option to change it to white. So I have no choice but to kind of try some tricks to change black to white. So I'm going to select the custom option. And for the shadows, I'm going to change the shadow to white. For the highlights, I'm going to change the highlights to white as well, the whitest white. So now we can see it kind of blends in with the white background. And now I have this image that's left over, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to try and lay that right on top, and I'm going to crop it till about here, and I'll also crop it from the bottom, and I'll do the same with that background. I'll crop it so that we can't see it like that. Now that I have repositioned my images, we're going to take both of those Colosseum images. You'll remember I have one here and one in behind. And we're going to go to edit and we're going to apply a little bit of a shadow. So I've selected edit. We're going to go to shadows and we're going to add a drop shadow just for a little bit of a pop. I'll select the bottom layer, which is right here, and we'll go back into shadows. And again, I'll apply another drop shadow just to give a little bit of a pop for those images. And you know, that might mean that you may have to reposition one of the images, and I think that is it. I'm just going to make that a little bit larger. And then if you want, you can add a text. So we can add some text just saying that it is Italy. Like that. And I'll just change the color of that text to black. And yes, sometimes Canva just does not want to cooperate. Don't know why, but, and there we go. And that's about it, my friends. What did you think of this tutorial? Or what did you think of this effect? Let me know in the comments. And again, if you like this tutorial, press that like button, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. All right, for now, my friends, I'm going to say bye-bye. Until next time.